Welcome to another episode of Systematic Geekology. This is a space where we seek to create and cultivate healthy conversations between those things we geek out on and the philosophical and theological questions that often arise out of our fandoms. Like, what does it mean to be human? What makes a hero? What makes a villain? How do the stories and narratives we geek out on shape how we live in the world? We are your priest to the geeks. We aren't all ordained, but we see ourselves as mediators at the intersection of geek culture and going deeper in our faith. We don't always have to agree, but we do respect each other, and we see everyone as a beloved child of God. Everyone geeks out on something, so come geek out with us and enjoy the show.
You're listening to an Anazao Ministries podcast.
Who would you have on your pirate crew to find the One Piece? What's up, everybody? This is Alex Matthews, your host one for the first time in a long time. I am here with my good friends Will and TJ, and today we are talking about the live action One Piece Season 1 and our expectations for Season 2 coming in March. Yes, sir. All right, friends. So what have we been geeking out on lately? Will, you start first.
There's so many things to geek out on. And, but I will say, Wonder Man on Disney Plus is absolutely wonderful. And it's not like a huge production, over the top action every single episode, but it's like a slow burn with particular character and character development with this struggling actor who eventually, has a secret that he's hiding, and he may have superpowers or not. You have to wait and see and watch. By the time you get to the crescendo, to the final episode, I adored this show. And maybe because I had low expectations, didn't know what to think about it. It made me go back and deep dive some of Wonder Man in the comics and his origin story and those kinds of things. And it's different from the show a little bit, but I loved it. It was wonderful. Check it out.
Cool. I've never heard of Wonder Man until y'all started talking about it a few days ago.
He's a comic book character in he debuted in 1964 in Avengers #9. I looked that up. That's the reason I know. And so he's a very old character. I do remember seeing him in comics in the 80s when I was reading comics. He was kind of an adjacent Avenger, or not a mainstream Avenger, but he was popular in the 80s. But the fact that how they've reworked him and redesigned him and redone him a little bit in the show, loved it.
Cool.
Loved it.
Cool. For me, I've been geeking out on Lost hard. I haven't watched an episode of anything since Lost. I started Lost 18 days ago. And now I'm done with Lost. I watched it all. It's phenomenal. I love Lost. I can't believe people don't like the ending. If you want to talk to me about it, join our Discord at me, and we'll talk about it.
I'm on Team TJ when it comes to Lost. Yeah. I mean, I had my ups and downs, and I watched it happen in real time in my life. And it was a game changer in how we geek out on as geeks out there. But, yeah, I think we can do a whole episode on Lost. I don't think we've done a whole episode on Lost. Joshua doesn't like it. So we're going to he can't be a part of that one. But I think Leah and others would probably hop on with us to talk. So
yeah.
Let's make that happen.
He is anti-Abrams.
Soon. He is. Not I, said the fly.
Never I.
Wow. Okay, well, as for me, what I've been geeking out lately was I've been catching up on playing South of Midnight on my Xbox, and it's really good. I think I'm on chapter 9. I think that's where it's getting serious. So.
Good game. Really underrated game.
It's so good.
If you have Game Pass, you absolutely should play it.
That's what I'm playing.
You already paying for Game Pass? It's on Game Pass. Play it. It's great, and it's stylistically, incredible. Yeah, incredible. I'm only on chapter 3.
Oh,
and then I started watching Lost.
Okay.
I love how Lost made you lose everything else in your geek realm.
Yeah, it's pretty much all I've done this year.
Lost and lost. I love it. We're a month in, and I'm glad you've emerged. I'm glad you emerged from the hatch, and now you can see clearly. Now, the
I
rain
have
is gone.
imploded my perception of mainstream TV.
Yeah. I love that, dude. Hey, yeah, guys, there's so much to geek out on, and we're so thankful for all the things and all our hosts. And you know what? We have that you can rate and review our show wherever you get your podcast. You can hop over on our YouTube channel where this is being played right now as you're listening, and you can smash that like button. If we get 50 likes, then I will go make a snow angel in only my bathing suit in North Carolina. You can do that. I'll video it and we'll put it up on a short. You can see that, but that's only if this episode here gets 50 likes. I will go do that. But yeah, wherever you get your podcasts, like and review, rate and review. It really helps us in the podcast game and keep us out there in the algorithms. We want to thank one of our financial supporters. We want to thank Aaron Hardy. Aaron, thanks for supporting the show. We really appreciate it. We can't do this without people like you. And so we will remind you, listeners and watchers on YouTube, that you can get your own shout out by becoming an official member of Systematic Geekology on our website, in the description, in the show notes. And so in those show notes, you can go over to Fourth Wall and you can click on that. And there's a lot of merch. There's so many cool merch for all the shows that are on the Anazal Podcast Network. It's so much. There's so much going on. So thanks. You can find a playlist of all the things we're up to. And again, thanks for supporting the show. And now on to the main topic.
Yeah. Oh, I will say, though, there's a secret like supporter benefit for the Anazal Podcast Network.
Okay.
Some of us in the network can do weddings.
Okay.
And I mean that. Me and Josh can technically do a wedding because we
can do a geek wedding. It could be a One Piece themed wedding.
Yeah, live action
on a pirate ship.
Your life,
live action.
So the start of the rest of your life is. I got to send you the picture, Will. It literally the last one I saw Josh officiate was a pirate wedding.
Oh man,
I love that.
Let's do it. Cool.
But let's talk about One Piece live action.
Let's do it.
Yes, the main topic. Okay. It is the live action One Piece. So let's first start off with our history of all of One Piece. TJ, would you like to hit us off with how'd you get into the world of One Piece?
One Piece, I didn't have cable growing up. So when I went to my grandma's house to stay for, the night or a couple nights of the weekend or whatever it was, I would catch glimpses of One Piece. It was one of those. So I thought about it a lot. I'd be at home doing nothing, reading books, running outside in the yard. It's pretty much all I had to do. So I would just go inside and think, man, I wish I could watch that show with the pirates in it. And eventually, when, internet became more of a thing and I got a cell phone, found out it was One Piece. I was able to actually watch One Piece. And by actually, I mean the way you're supposed to watch manga, which is in like 17 different clips for one episode on YouTube, the way it's meant to be back in the day. So that was difficult, especially for One Piece. And then in like 2016, 2017, I was like, okay, I got to read this. I'm just going to read the manga. So that's what I do now. I just read the manga. I'm not technically caught up on the anime because I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah. No, isn't it like
it's a lot faster to read it.
Yeah. Isn't it the longest running anime out there?
Technically, right? No.
No?
It's the longest one with a continuous story.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but
I'm curious about the longest.
Yeah.
Doraemon. I think Doraemon has never stopped since like the early 80s.
Wow.
But it's like a kid's show.
When did the manga start with One Piece? Do you know?
1990 or 1989.
My goodness gracious.
That's
right?
so cool.
That doesn't sound, I think it's 99. I think it's 99.
99. Okay.
Wow.
So he's had a few hiatuses here and there, but he's been consistently cranking out this story for mine and Alex's entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 99.
Yep.
So It's been quite a while. 97 for the manga, 99 for the anime.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Will, how was your history with One Piece like?
I didn't even know One Piece was a thing until we started Systematic Geekology, and a couple other co-hosts like Joshua and TJ and Christian and James talk about One Piece a lot. And I was like, what is this? All right, I'm familiar with, I didn't divert from my lane of geekdom of like Star Wars, comics, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. The fantasy sci-fi is kind of in my lane of geeking out on things.
A traditionalist.
A kid of the 70s and 80s and 90s or whatever. But I did like anime. I like that style of animation on some of these. Like, I can't think of. I grew up on Saturday morning cartoons. So there's a few like anime style Saturday morning cartoons that 2D was great. So I was familiar with it. I liked it, but I didn't really get into it. But I didn't know about One Piece until this show, and then a couple of our hosts have them Luffy as their avatar, and then once he started talking about the anime and the manga, and then when I was going to Comic-Cons, but then I started noticing people in cosplay as certain characters from One Piece. And I was like, I get that reference. I know who that is. That's the only one I really know from. And when you go to Comic-Cons, people cosplay, they like to do deep cuts, and like they want you to come up and ask like, oh, who are you? Not just, I know who Superman is and who Batman is, but like anime characters, who are you? But I was recognizing some One Piece characters. And then I read a manga, tried to watch some of the anime. But then when the live action came out, I was like, oh, okay. I don't have to read 1,000 comic books, watch 1,000 TV shows. It can just be boiled down to the basic of the live action, just 8 episodes. And I can do 8 hours. I can do 8 hours of a TV show, and finished it for this episode. And I loved it, and would love to hear you guys take from those who've been there from your whole life to me just being kind of a newbie. I'm curious.
Yeah. My history with the show actually isn't as in depth as you guys's, because I remember watching it. It was like one of those first few animes that I watched when I was a kid that actually put me on the map for anime and stuff like that, and Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Those are like the 3 animes that I started with.
The classics.
Yes, the classics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But with One Piece, I think I only watched like the first arc when it was on TV, and then fell off of it and haven't looked back since, until the live action came out. Then I watched that, and I loved it. But just the thought, because I thought about like catching up on the anime itself, and the fact that it's like over 1,000 episodes, I was like,
it's 1,000 slow episodes.
Yeah, it's with filler, a lot of filler.
A lot.
Because this came out at the age when filler was the main thing. So
but One Piece just now this year made the transition from like traditional release, which was just weekly, every week, all year, to seasonal. Now it's a seasonal anime.
Yeah, I saw that.
So now we're going to get 24 episodes a year maybe, and they're going to take half a year off. So filler's dead.
Yeah.
They've killed filler. It's awesome.
Filler is dead. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Well, I think that's a problem within kind of the geek culture and these big IPs that have decades of storytelling. People don't know where to jump on. I think comic books have that. Star Wars has that. Where do I begin? Where's this fit? Where's this fit the timeline? How do I get into this? You can kind of Lost is long, but you know where to start and just kind of go through those seasons and binge it. But yeah, what kind of time and energy do you have to get into something? I think some of these live action from anime or comics into live action introduce people to the characters and the storyline without overburdening them with so many things that they have to watch and do. So I think that's some of a benefit of this live action trend.
Yeah, I do think it's simple for One Piece, because you can just start at chapter 1. But chapter 1 is 1,070 chapters away from where we are right now. It's a little dissuasive. If someone asks me what the best way to catch up is, I still tell them that it's It's the manga. Read the manga. There is a fan-made like edit of the series called One Piece.
Oh, yeah,
it cuts out the filler.
Yeah.
It shortens a lot of the episodes because there's just like short little. They'll just focus on scenes for too long. They cut that out. One Piece is good. But they're working on reanimating the entire series, which I think is hilarious. Because the series is not done. It's not even over. They're just going like, okay, we're going to restart. So a different team is working on remaking One Piece.
Oh, man.
For modern audiences. So if that comes out, that will be great. Until then, this is the easiest way.
Yeah.
It takes a lot longer to produce. So, you will still be behind. But if they keep this up and keep, a season coming every couple of years, One Piece live action is where it's at. Mm-hmm. Especially because it's faithful. Like it's a really good adaptation.
Yeah, so I've heard.
You would find out, it's pretty cheap to read. You get the Shonen Jump app. It's like $3 a month.
Hello there, listener. This is Evan Garcia, and I just wanted to jump in here to remind you and to let you know of our Facebook groups and our Discord server. These are great communities where you can post and share memes and talk with the hosts, and we have votes and some polls for future episode topics and fun interactions with our hosts. So just wanted to remind you that we are focused on community with you listeners, and we love each and every one of you guys listening. Thank you guys.
But it is really good, and I thought they would struggle. I think it took this long to make live action One Piece for a very good reason, because it would have been very easy to make all these characters look really bad.
Yeah.
Especially Arlong. I have Arlong in here.
Yeah.
Come on. 6 years ago?
Yeah.
What would you have done with a shark man? That would have looked terrible.
Yeah.
And some people still think it doesn't look great, but you can see the comparison. It's pretty close. It's pretty good.
Since you already touched on it, do we like the live version versus the anime? Like, how do we feel about this, guys?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm not as familiar with the anime. I loved the live action. I thought the pacing, the story, I was able to follow who these were, the backstories and stuff. I am curious because as someone who's like the deep lore of Marvel comics and Star Wars, if they divert or do different things from the comics and the movies and things, I can see the nuance changes. Like even Joshua messaged me. He's like, I didn't like this one part. And I'm like, what is that? And he shared me. I was like, oh, that was so small. But like the people who read or are dedicated to this, I'm very curious. TJ, what's the word on the street? How do you feel? And then what's the word on the street?
I think it's good. So you do miss out on some character stuff, little interactions that flesh out the crew with the live action live action release. But Arlong Park, you watched episode 8, right? He beats Arlong. Mm-hmm. Just guess what manga chapter that is.
I'm scared to ask.
95.
Alex, you go. 95. Okay.
95.
That is chapter 95. That's longer than some whole series that I've read.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And we knocked it out in one live action season. So the pace for the live action is breakneck. But I still think they're doing a really good job. Because what they're cutting out, I would say, is good. Like it's borderline necessary, but it is not. I think they're towing a very fine line.
Yeah.
And it's good. I think they're doing a great job.
Nice.
But yeah, that is chapter 95, anime episode like 44. Wow. So even in the anime up to this point, they were like, they were going at a pretty steady pace.
So here's a question. I know we're not talking about season 2 yet, but did they put some things in season 1 that were past episode 95 in the comics or whatever? Did they incorporate other things? I know like Three Body Problem did that some with the books. There's some other shows that incorporate stuff from future things. I mean, was it on pace? Do you think they skipped I guess my question is, did they skip anything or did they add something in the future that they should leave for season like 2 or 3? You see what I'm asking?
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
Like off the top of my head, there's nothing I can recall. You know, maybe we hadn't seen Garp by chapter 9. No, we did. We did see Garp. Yeah, there's nothing I can think of where they were just, let something rip way too early. I do think as things go on, that might begin to happen, especially like when we get into season 2, because we're going to meet Dory and Broggy and Chopper, some very important characters.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
I've heard you guys talk about Chopper a lot, and I don't know what that's in reference to. So I'm
excited about
looking
Chopper.
forward to.
He's so cute.
He's Chopper.
Oh, there you go.
He's
All
Chopper.
right. Oh, there we go. I'm game for that.
He's the ship doctor.
Stop it.
He's a reindeer who ate the human fruit.
Cute. He's so adorable.
That's a great character.
Well, Alex, I'm curious, not seeing the anime, but then this show, did that hold your attention? Did you love, what did you love about this show or the characters that kept you glued and geeking out on this? I'm curious what, because I'm kind of along with you. I mean, you're a little bit more familiar than I was when I jumped to live action, but yet you still like deep as TJ is. But.
Yeah. I guess one of the things I love about like each character is like so different and unique and they have like different skills and abilities that you don't really see anywhere else, at least to me. Like the fact that, what's his name? I forgot his name, but he wields 3 swords at the same time. What's his name?
Zoro.
Zoro. I literally have a t-shirt of this guy. But like Zoro. Zoro literally wields 3 swords at the same time. Like who else in the anime universe does that? Like, come on.
Yeah.
And
no one
or
is
any
cool.
universe.
Any universe, really.
Yeah. I guess there's some lightsabers out there, 3 lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Darth Freya. She cheats, though.
Yeah.
She holds all 3 with the Force. She doesn't hold any with her
Anyway.
hands.
Oh, see?
Yeah. But still,
She doesn't hold any of them.
3 swords. Yeah.
But yeah, 3 sword style. He's like, you know what? 2's not enough. I'm going to put one in my mouth.
Yeah. And then when he puts
I have a
his
strong neck.
bandana on,
I have a strong jaw. Just right in the mouth.
locks
It's
in.
insane.
Yeah. But yeah, he's cool. And the story itself is like, it's so inspiring. Like the way Luffy doesn't matter like any of these characters' backgrounds, he invites them to join him on this voyage to find the One Piece. Like, forget your past. Come join me. I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. Like, make a better life for yourself. It's just like, wow, he's just so, he doesn't judge them at all. He's just so,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but he's just so wow. Like I go wow every time he invites somebody on that ship.
He's great. He's just the greatest.
Yeah.
In his universe, maybe in ours.
Mhm.
Like, your past doesn't matter. We're worried about right now, and me in the future, king of the pirates. I'm freeing everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, we have a theme this year of the faces behind us, and I love his backstory with the red hair pirates. Is that who they are? And then the guy who led him, Shanks. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shanks. And so like you can see even the short clips. You don't spend a long time on this guy, but you can tell what a good role model he is and what he's learned from him. I don't know if you're laughing, so I don't know if there's something later on we find out. But but the fact that like he has, you know, you see him being a kid and he's a ratty little kid. He does things he shouldn't do and he's got a little attitude, but eventually you see what he learns from his mentor. The faces behind us, his mentor of how to be a pirate or how to live in the world, how to treat other people, is right there in front of us. Mm-hmm. So talk. I know that'll be an episode later on that. There should be. But yeah, he had some people that he was following. He didn't just dream this up on his own or create out of thin air. He had some role models in his life.
Yeah. No, it's funny because Shanks has no screen time until very recently, like in real life, very recently in the manga. We didn't even know what he could do.
Oh,
but you're still correct. Luffy has so many great role models in his life, and Shanks is one of them. Yeah. But after he gives him the hat, they don't see each other for so long. But he keeps up with him. And he makes sure Luffy's okay. And every time Luffy hears about him, he's like, old man Shanks? I don't want to spoil anything, but it is really funny.
I love it.
Just to think about. But even the other people in his crew, his nakama, he calls them, they are the influences in his life. And each of them, they're very important because if you look at them, he freed all of them in one way or another. 2 of them literally from some form of imprisonment. So those Sanji and Zoro, that's a little on the nose. He literally freed them. Yeah. But that's consistent for every member that joins the crew. He frees them from whatever was restricting their life. And that's just what he is.
And you start off, it's like the parable of like the mustard seed, right? Like he starts off just him on a boat.
Yep.
A small little boat. Can't swim. And then his boat grows and he has a bigger boat and he has a bigger crew. And then it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And all because of how he treats others, that like is hard to say no to this guy. Like they resist, but there's something that's contagious about how he operates in the world, that this little mustard seed of a pirate who really shouldn't be the bad great. People laugh at him to eventually get to the end where, like, we'll talk spoilers, where he has his own wanted dead or alive poster, and he's so stoked that he gets one of his own. That build from each episode to a bigger crew, deeper friends, bigger boat, to eventually becoming like a legit wanted pirate. That progression in the show was really fun to journey along with.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. And he's just wanted for being a good guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, maybe he hurt some Marines, but they're evil. Plus the ones that he hurts. They're evil. They don't count. So like he's
Alex,
even a pirate.
Like, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite character on the in the series? Who you gravitated toward?
Ooh, Chopper. I mean, he's not in season 1 yet, but
it's coming.
He's coming. And when he comes, I'm gonna be so excited.
Yeah, it would be so tragic if they messed Chopper up. I try to have very low expectations for everything. I'm kind of worried about Chopper.
Oh.
A little worried. It just seems really easy to mess it up.
Maybe.
Up to now, except for like the fishmen, which I think they generally did a pretty good job, this is like the least realistic thing they're trying to do. Because at least the fishmen are human-sized. So we'll see how they handle a completely CG.
True.
It's CGI. There's no practical.
It might be practical. There might be like a puppet.
It's not a... Okay.
But he is CG.
So it's a reindeer, not a rain. Is a reindeer not a teddy bear?
Yeah.
That picture looked like a teddy bear to me.
Yeah. Well, he is actually a reindeer. He ate the human fruit, and now he looks like this.
Okay.
It just stopped him from growing into an adult reindeer.
All right, can we talk about the food in this world, like the fruit and the dragon fruit and the things? What is going on?
So, sort of
the devil fruit, yeah.
So that's kind of at this point in the story, that's the power system is devil fruit. They are cursed fruits that can bestow upon you powers. In season 1, how many do we know? I'm trying to remember who shows up in season 1. It might just be Luffy.
No, cause
that has a devil fruit.
No, because what's his name?
Is he Smoker?
The clown? Which one? The clown?
Buggy. Yeah, Buggy the clown, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that guy.
One of the goats. I love Buggy. I forgot he was in the live action. Haven't seen it in 3 years.
Yeah. But can I just say about Buggy, like that he's a character I love to hate. Like every time I know you love him, but he is classic. He's good. He is I guess OG of this, but he showed up. I was like, I just want him out, taken out, take him out. He's such a good nemesis.
He cycles. He goes through that. At first you love to hate him, and then you love to love him, and then you'll go back to loving to hate him, depending on how long the live action adapts the story. Yeah. But devil fruits they give you basically a superpower. They can do pretty much anything, but each fruit is specific. So Luffy, when he was a kid, ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi. That's the rubber fruit. And they're all kind of like Japanese onomatopoeia. That's just because it's, show used to just be for kids.
Yeah.
But it gave his body the properties of rubber. So that's what he can do. The only major downside is that if you eat a devil fruit, you cannot swim. in the ocean. You can swim in like fresh water. There's just not much fresh water. The world of One Piece is pretty much a giant ocean. So not being able to swim in it is bad.
As like a kryptonite in the pirate world, because there's a lot of ocean. And so that danger of not being able to swim in the ocean, that's pretty... It's a big trade-off. Brilliant.
It's a big trade-off.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how they balance it. But I can't really say that much more about Devil Fruits without spoiling one.
Okay.
Yeah. And we still, up to date, don't know everything about Devil Fruits. So...
Still...
Oh, yeah. Seriously. Oda keeps saying that he's getting close to the end, but I think he's lying.
We're never going to reach the
I
end.
think he's just lying. There's a lot of questions that still need to be answered, and we just keep getting closer.
I know in our episodes we're walking through the story arcs and you can find those playlists where we have them. And I do, as someone who's not reading or following those along, I do like listening to episodes just to kind of hear what the characters are doing, so they do the work for me, so I don't have to read or watch. But I am curious, like how they land this plane. Does anything happen where he doesn't become the Pirate King or get the treasure? Is there a way to end this without him winning?
Is there even going to be a landing?
With the fan base? I know. What do you think the fan base will do? Like, I could speculate how they wrap up the end, the finale of the whole thing, but I'm curious about that. Now, I'd like to hear a roundtable discussion on this podcast, YouTube of One Piece fans, how they would end this with Luffy.
I don't think there's anyone that I know of, at least, who doesn't think that Luffy's going to become the Pirate King. They're going to find the One Piece.
Okay.
Oda has confirmed that they will find the One Piece, and the One Piece is not friendship. That is all we know about what the One Piece is.
It's not friendship.
We do know that when he finished the Wano Country arc, which was the last major arc, that was chapter 1028. And after chapter 1028, he went out and he said, the story's really just beginning. Now we have the entire crew.
Okay. Yeah, that's a proper facial expression, Alex. You're like, what? You're just getting started.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was also like, yeah, it's probably about 5 years from finishing the story.
Okay.
So far, it's been 2 years. I think he's a liar. I think he's a liar.
Just you gotta dangle that out. I don't understand why you would say that. You want to, we were talking about Lost earlier. You want to have an end point. You just can't keep it going season after season, dragging things out. You got to have an end point.
Yeah. He can though. I'm not tired of it.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep doing it.
Wow.
So you're in for a ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
live action
sounds like.
you can get to episode 1000 in like season 9.
Season
really
9.
Probably like season 7. There's a lot of filler. There's so much filler for One Piece that half of the movies aren't canon.
Jeez.
They were just like, hey, it would make a bunch of money? A new One Piece movie. So they do that.
So knowing all this, do you guys think that, well, I guess more you, TJ, since you're more familiar with it, do you think that the live action is still going to make sense if it's basically cutting out a lot of stuff?
I do. I believe in the team.
Okay.
I do. I think the start is going to be the easiest part, but I think they did it so well. We'll see after season 2 how I feel, but I really think that they could take it all the way.
And it's gotten some good reviews too, right? Like, how does the fan base feel about this?
I mean, they're mixed. Nothing's perfect, but I think generally most fans think it's pretty good. They're not going to watch it instead.
Yeah, IMDb has it at 8.3, which is really good on IMDb out of 10.
Wow.
Yes, that's no bad score. Yep.
Hey guys, Christian here. Have you ever wondered how you can support systematic ecology? Well, we've made it a lot easier for you by going to Fourth Wall. Instead of what we've done in the past, Fourth Wall makes everything very easy for everyone involved. Everything is in the same spot. So if you want to find a way to become a member and get access to our exclusive memberships and all the giveaways that we're going to be doing, Fourth Wall is the way to go. As well, if you want to see all the extra episodes and content that we only put to our members, that's the best way to go. Feel free to rate and review us there. You can also leave a donation or tip if that's something you're interested in. And as well, you can help support our All Reading Counts initiative that we do. All the donations that go to that go to our libraries. You also, if you really want to, it's like, man, I really want to hear more episodes about Christian for some reason, or even for reasons I don't understand, you want to hear Joshua more often. We have episodes listed by host, and you can see everyone there. If you have a favorite host, head that way and support the episodes that they're on. You also find a link to our YouTube page, and we may be adding some special content beyond what we've promised. Everything that was once in multiple different locations and you didn't know where to go, well, it's all in that one convenient place. If you want to know exactly where to go, the link to this will be in the description below.
No,
we'll see.
That's a strong start for season 1. So they got some expectations. Yeah,
they do.
Before we get to those,
they nailed the casting. So
they did. I was gonna say the casting is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. So great.
Yeah.
I don't know who plays Chopper, but we'll see. Maybe one of the Air Buddies.
Yeah.
They can learn to talk. They're good dogs.
All right. Before we get deeper into this conversation, how would we rate and review first season of the live action One Piece?
9.
I'm gonna let 9.
Okay.
Yeah, 9.
No hesitation.
I mean, they're having a great story.
Yeah. I was curious. 9.
Even a bad adaptation of One Piece would probably be like a solid 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say I liked the first 4 episodes. I was ready to go, but there's the scene where he puts the straw hat on Nami's head, and like that whole character arc, I literally got goosebumps. And I was like, wow, this is giving me some feels. He was like, no, we're going to defend this. We're going to do this. I didn't expect to feel that way, and I did. And so I'm giving it a 9 as well. Like I love the casting. I love the action. I like superheroes. It's cartoony enough. It's superhero enough. It's, fantasy enough, but still like real people and real stories wrestling with real things. Mm-hmm. And with the big ideas of friendship and loyalty and what gives you purpose and how do you live in this world? All those things are there, and 9 for me. I'm
about to cry just thinking about that scene.
Oh my gosh, it did. It got me. So it got me.
Yeah, I think I was tearing up too at that part.
And then he goes and he puts belt on Arlong.
Yeah,
it's peak.
That's probably
so good.
That's definitely my favorite part of the season. Is that part? Yeah,
it's so good. Mm-hmm. It's also interesting. We don't really get to explore it that much in the live action. This is one of the benefits of reading the series or watching it. Right. Luffy is basically a huge fish in a little pond. Like, he's not actually struggling to fight Arlong. You know, once he realizes that like this guy really needs to be dealt with, he just does it.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, all right, no more with the sword. I'm going to kill you now. You know, like he doesn't because he's a nice guy. But
yeah.
Like in this arc, in these first few arcs, Luffy's kind of untouchable just because his power is so good.
And he still has that he has humility about it all. Like that's that heart is still there. Alex, how about you? Where do you rate this?
I would also rate this as a 9. Which I feel like, I don't know. I haven't watched all of the anime, so I feel like it's a little too high, but it's a 9. I love it. It's great. It's a very colorful show. It's very inspiring, very fun. Got my whole family hooked on it. So
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's love good. It's good. I love, like, they just nail so many things.
Yeah.
Like little character quirks. The thing they do where they put their feet on the barrel and Sanji's leg is just straight.
He's got flexible hammies right there.
That's him.
That hammy.
That's who he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So good.
All right. Now going deeper, is there anything we can pull from the show and the characters that can inspire our faith?
From the live action, it's kind of hard to say. At this point, my entire adult life is kind of inseparable from the influence of One Piece. So it's kind of difficult for me to say.
Golly.
Okay.
I relate because that's kind of how I feel about Star Wars. Like it's always been a part of my life from like a 5-year-old all the way through. Action figure, all the movies, it's always been a part of my life. So that's why I'm so invested when these shows or movies come out. That like I've never known my life not as a part. I've always been a part of the Lutheran Church. Faith has always been a part of my life. That's hard to separate that, but also my fandom. Star Wars is the same way. But I think that's an interesting way to put, and here's the drinking game of being entangled with an IP and having a part of your life where it means a lot to you. I think that's important. Yeah, for me, who you going to invite onto your boat? Like who's a part of your team? What's your team you're going to pull together to help you do what you want to accomplish in life? And chosen team, chosen family. Some of them are reluctant because they have trust issues, rightfully so. But Luffy's like, come on, this being a part of a team and being in a relationship with each other is going to change and transform one another. We don't go through the waters alone. Like how do we do this together and work together with all our different gifts? Every single person is different. And that can cause like complications. But again, that whole, image that Paul does in, Corinthians, 1 Corinthians about the body, that we're all part of the body, but different parts of the body working together for one purpose this is a perfect illustration for that. Illustration for that.
Yeah. And it's very reminiscent to me. It's kind of a more oblique version of the message from Ratatouille. Buckle up.
Expand more. Yeah. Here we go.
So Ratatouille, the point of Ratatouille is that anyone can cook, right? But that does not mean that anyone can be a chef. A great cook can come from anywhere is the point of Ratatouille. It's not that everyone can do it, it's that anyone can do it. And there's a distinction there. And I think that is something that One Piece takes its time to show us. It really does. Because, not to say like, your life partner, but the most important people in your life can come from anywhere. It could be anyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not everyone can be. Some people deserve to get stomped through an 8-story building.
Yep.
By someone. Maybe not by me, but some people deserve that. But anyone could become one of the most important parts of your life. So I try to be very open.
That's nice.
I don't count people
in this
out.
world of pirates, there's so many pirates around. There's so many ships around. There's so many characters, and there's so many different teams and allegiances you could be a part of. But where do you feel connected? Where do you have that sense of belonging? Which ship do you want to be part of? Which pirate team? And the joys along the way. And he's a different kind of pirate. Luffy's a different kind of pirate than everybody else. But desperately wants to be one, and he's so stoked when he gets that one dead or alive, and they're happy for him.
Yeah.
But which boat are you going to be in?
I do also think like the naming scheme in One Piece is really funny. I used to think that, and then realized like that's just how real pirate ships were named. Like the Blackbeard pirates, it's just one dude with a black beard. His name is Blackbeard. Blackbeard's also in One Piece, by the way.
What?
Yeah. But they're like the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy's the only one with a straw hat.
Yeah.
The Red Hair Pirates, it's just Shanks. The Whitebeard Pirates, guess what? One dude
Has a white beard.
doesn't even have a beard. It's a white mustache.
Well.
Yeah. Got you with that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just fun part of the show.
What about you, Alex? What do you glean from this in terms of like thinking the big picture of life and faith?
Well, I mean, I kind of touched on this before, but just like Luffy's character of how he just leads with kindness, and what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say like kind of redeems his crewmates in a way. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but
No, I think it is.
okay, perfect.
I think it is, but not to other people, more so to themselves.
Yeah.
Because part of what they need freeing from is their own perception of themselves in every case.
Yeah. Which
The series is so good.
It's so cool. It's so that's my favorite part. One of my favorite parts about One Piece is just how Luffy is. So yeah, it's just
I love
really
that.
cool.
And so his kindness, him treating them with kindness, allows them and gives them permission to treat themselves with kindness.
Yeah.
That they are seeing themselves now through Luffy's eyes. Like, oh, if he can see me that way, maybe I can see myself that way. I think that's an important lesson to take. So that like him leading with kindness is huge.
And he makes it
It's
so
huge.
easy too. Like he makes it so easy to love them and to be kind to them. And it's like he's like, I don't care about what you did in the past. Like, come on this boat with me. Like, wow. Just blows my mind. I don't know.
And I am excited for season 2 since we didn't talk about it that much. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
See what happens. I'm excited. There's some very, very cool characters coming up, and with the pace of the live action, I have no clue where we're going to end up.
I was going to ask, do you have any expectations?
I expect it's going to be pretty good.
Have they said whether it's 8 or 10 episodes or expanding it some? Like 8 seems like, a good amount, but sometimes these Netflix shows can go 10 or 12. Especially if there's a lot of story arcs and it's got good reviews.
I'm pretty sure it's released. Season 2 is going to be 8 episodes.
Okay, good. Same as the last.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I think my hopes and expectations, like I know they're going to level up because you start off, small with their backstories and they introduce all these other pirates. But now that he's finally got this Wanted Dead or Alive poster, what does that mean for people coming after him? Before they didn't know who he was, and he was able to kind of have the upper hand because he was someone they didn't know or heard who they were up against, But now that they know who they're up against and his story and legend is going across the seas and he's become a pirate that people know and are hunting down, then I'm interested to see how they level this up. And yeah, all the characters and how they design them and all that stuff will be fun. I'm curious to see what characters show up because I know nothing about the anime, but in the manga, the book, but yeah, I expect them to level up, bigger ships, bigger battles. That final battle of Zoro and who's the chef dude that kicks?
Sanji.
Like them working together reminded me of like Gimli and Legolas, that kind of having their competition of who's doing better and what's going on and keeping count. It reminded me a lot of that teamwork too. So that was fun. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm there. Like I'm glad this episode made me kind of finish it and force me to like keep going and complete it. And then I'll be there March 10th.
Oh yeah. And I did just look at all the episode like names for season 2. They're going very far. Season 2 is going to cover like a couple hundred episodes.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. One of the coolest characters in the series is going to be in season 2, in my opinion. So
okay,
cool.
We'll see.
I'm excited for sure. I'm excited.
And here, the best part is, if the live action show does fall off, guess what? You can start reading One Piece.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That is
yes,
true.
Star Wars fans. If you don't like the present movies, you could always go back and watch the original 3. And there's some good comics and books out there too. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. All right. All right. Moving on. Do we have any recommendations that we can give our listeners?
Lost.
Yeah.
Yep. I second that. Lost. Watch it, and then we're going to talk about it and break it down and do a whole yearly theme about it. Like 2027 should be the year of talking about Lost. That's what we're going to do.
It is that long.
I don't know anything about Lost, but the way you guys are talking about
we got time.
We got time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our recommendation.
Keeping my interest.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Watch the pilot. I guarantee you'll be hooked.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Watch the pilot of Lost. You're hooked.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Yep. 40 minutes, and then you'll probably lose the next at least 80 minutes. And then you'll be like, okay, I got to go to bed.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Cool. Alex, how about you? What are we recommending?
That's a good question. I recommend playing South of Midnight. It's a good game.
I also recommend that. It's a great game, and I'm going to finish it eventually.
Okay. I'm still trying to word it in my head, but basically, my bonus question is: if you could choose a devil fruit or create your own devil fruit, what would it be?
Okay. Right. Like what power we would have if we ate the devil fruit?
Yeah.
Okay. That means I couldn't swim the ocean? That's like, that would be my nightmare.
Well, I mean, I don't have to swim,
loophole.
so I don't have to.
There are loopholes.
Oh, there's loopholes.
There are loopholes.
Okay. All right. I like that question. I like it. I'm thinking about it right now. Cool. Yeah. So, friends, like hop over to and support us with the show. Support, rate, review, do all those things. But if you do support us, you're a subscriber, you can get bonus content like how we're going to answer what superpower we're going to have if we eat some devil fruit, because we just can't resist eating devil fruit, what we're going to have. And so there you go. Peace, y'all.
We just want to take a moment to ask you all to consider sponsoring our show. You can do so by becoming a member in the website down in the show's description. It takes a lot to keep this show running as far as editing equipment, paying the site that platforms our show to all the different mediums where you listen to your podcast, going to events. There's a lot of cost behind this. And I was thinking of the most fun way to do this ad, and I was going to do like, one of those songs where it's like there's a log on the lake, and then by the end it's like there's a speck in the eye of the flea on the log on the lake or something. Then I realized that would just take too long, and I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm going to list some of the benefits you can get for being a member as a thank you to those who do take some of their funds to help sponsor our show. At the free tier, you get some perks, including like free episodes. Yeah, you don't even have to pay to get extra content that goes along with our annual theme, or even in collaboration with the Rethinking Faith, we're going to be doing Rethinking Comics, and you can get that on our website if you want to follow that series. As you move up to some of the paid tiers, you get access to exclusive merch only for our sponsors. You get access to the bonus questions we do each thing, and all kinds of things that are like shout outs for all tiers. You can get a shout out on the episode. All of the tiers come with some incredible benefits. As you go through some of the different ones moving up, you get different % off of our merchandise. We just straight up give you money towards purchasing stuff. Some of the tiers just get $10 a month to buy stuff from us. We do free giveaways. Some of the tiers come with birthday presents, Christmas presents, free t-shirts for our members. There are lots of things that we do because we just want to show our appreciation for those who are able to take their funds and sponsor our show. But we also want to remind you, whether or not you can financially support the show, we appreciate everyone who takes their time to listen to this. Remember that verse that's like, perhaps you're here for a time such as this. Well, perhaps you're here for a time such as sponsoring our show, or perhaps you're not here to listen to ads, and I should wrap this up.
This show is a proud member of the Anazal Podcast Network. Other shows on the network include Be Living Water, where Joshua Knoll discusses various topics from a Taoist Christian perspective, inviting listeners to imitate Christ and be water, beneficial to all and a conflict with none. Friday Night Frights, Day and Christian Ashley discuss all things frightful, from UFOs to the paranormal to serial killers and more. Kung Fu Pizza Party, where Brandon discusses all things martial arts media, delivering high-flying action and wisdom, one slice at a time, all in under 30 minutes. And my other show with Christy Whaley, Theology on the Rocks, where two theology PhDs talk about our lives, the world, and theology, all over drinks, clearly. Come on over each week to hear two besties discuss academic nerd stuff while also banter endlessly, especially if wine is involved.